I want to usher in today
Yeah, okay.
with a confession. Already, right?
Oh, man. That was really good, dude.
I had an opportunity to bring devil squares to the podcast tonight. It was the
Oh,
last bag. If you're not familiar with devil squares, one, you should be ashamed of yourself for not watching the last episode. And two, they come in pairs. They're not individually wrapped. It's strange. I don't get it. But they're wrapped in pairs. So I could have been a less selfish person.
okay.
But I had both of them.
All right.
I had both Little Debbie devil squares and I didn't bring them. And I just wanted to share that with everyone and sincerely apologize.
It's a bit deplorable.
You're really working on those words lately. I'm impressed.
I find that highly offensive.
Now you're being T.I.
Nah, that insinuates...
Okay, T.I.
That insinuates...
Rubber band man over here.
I'm not intelligent, and I think that you need to halt your assumptions expeditiously. Are we on? We're on there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fully Lacking podcast. I am one of your hosts, Drew. This is my co-host, co-creator, Anthony. And we now have producer Lisa on the mic. Can we give a round of applause for episode 3? Episode 3 with producer Lisa on the mic. Producer Lisa, unmute yourself. Say hello to the people.
Hi.
All right, there we go. Please put it on mute. Don't forget. Yo, so
back to the caves you go. That's how it sounded.
Go away now. Thank you. Listen, man. Look, it's third episode.
It is.
At this point, while we're recording this one, episode 2 is rendering and ready for upload for tomorrow.
We've gotten feedback on the first one.
A bunch of feedback. Did you get a bunch of feedback?
Look,
what?
You're the popular one of this pair. I accept that.
Polite.
You get a lot more of that feedback.
People don't call you?
No.
I call you. We talk a lot, actually.
But over 100 YouTube views.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Over 10 Spotify. We're working on those numbers.
Yeah, Spotify's a little low.
Yeah. But I am just proud to have put together something that generated those numbers.
Anything.
I'm fine with that. It's a start. We appreciate y'all. And there's just so much more that we have to do and say.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for today.
Yo, the confessions thing, the usher, and now say today, dude, can we talk about how Anthony came on your A game today? This is crazy. Listen, I too am very excited. I'm like taken back, honestly, by the feedback. People have been like super cool about it. A lot of people have reached out to me directly, like called me or texted me, and they're like, yo, podcast is cool. Yo, I want to do one. I do want to say, though, I have gotten an overwhelming amount of, when am I going to be on your podcast? Let me make it all bad, bro. Listen, dude, I appreciate it. Every single person that asked to be on the podcast.
But no.
Let me be clear. We're barely on the podcast. It's been really cool. It's been overwhelming. I'm excited to see where this goes. I don't know, man. I can't focus today.
That reminds me, I was driving through for some food, as I often do. And some places like McDonald's and, well, I don't know if they might be only McDonald's, where they have this nice digital screen in the menu and it has what you've ordered, right? Mm-hmm. And they'll tell you, hey, does everything on the screen look correct? I don't ever look. And I just say, yeah, it looks correct. And I can't tell you how many times I've pulled through, and mostly they get my son Xavier's order wrong. And yeah, so we...
Listen. First of all, the fact that they get X's order wrong is a real problem.
It's disrespectful to
Dude,
X.
we've gone through, like, as a family, because we do, like, early trips. Bro, anytime Donatello orders... like, an extra hash brown, because my son Donatello also, like, will dabble in the drive-thru, I don't look either, dude. I think there's just a direct relation. Can we read? Are we illiterate?
No,
we can read.
I just don't. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's really what it is. And then I get there and I'm like, hey, the order's wrong. And I
And they're
think
like,
back and I'm like, you're like, we literally asked you if you can read what was on the screen, and you said it was correct, sir. And I'm like, come back with some more chicken nuggets
yeah.
and shut your mouth.
Xavier needs to eat these nuggies, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and Donatello needs all the energy before he goes and fights the Foot Clan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, dude, I think ADHD as an adult is tough. Like, because it's also like kind of like brushed under your everyday life. Like,
but it's organization, it's coordination, all of that. Like, what aspects of everyday life do you find yourself just caught up in the mix? Like today, particularly.
today was a tough day. Today was a tough day in my business. Like, in my industry, you have a day through another day. Like, and what I mean is like on the 17th of one month to the 17th of the next month, those are your activities, right? And the last day of that activity calendar is overwhelming because you're kind of trying to like tie up everything before you go into the next one.
Yeah.
And it's the most difficult for me. I'm very overwhelmed because I do have a problem like with ADHD, obviously. I try to calendar things better. My staff has created like this Asana app, not created, they didn't create it, but they created an account for our office. Because of my ADHD, I can't even start using that because I'm hyper focused on like my calendar, and then my calendar events, like today my watch wasn't syncing to my iPhone, and it was just like a mess. And then I had like people coming in that I had scheduled to come in, but my calendar wasn't alerting 15 minutes prior.
Yeah.
Dude, I was a wreck. I was a wreck. I think at like 2:30, I stepped out of the office for like an hour and a half. I came home and then I went back to the office and finished the day. But like, I know there's medication for it, but I have such a horrible relationship with medication since I was so heavily medicated as a child. I don't like to take it. Like, it just, I don't know. I have a weird relationship with it. It's weird.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Couple things.
Yeah.
One is shout out to your staff for adjusting to you.
Oh,
because,
dude. Yeah.
you know, whenever people really value the work that you put in, they'll kind of make up for some areas that you're lacking in.
Yeah.
And my
All right, dude.
so corny, huh?
Chill out.
I was I had at my last job, I had a team, and they helped me clean my office and organize and make sure my food was taken care of. Like
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
babied a little bit or a lot depending on who's watching.
Enabled,
this.
I think, is a better word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it's because of what they got back out of what I was giving with everything else.
It was a fair shake.
It was a fair shake. Two is I'm on the opposite side with medication. I'm on it, but by the time I come around to this podcast, it's out of my system.
Yeah.
That's how stimulants work. It's literally like coffee. Once the buzz goes away, it doesn't stay in your system. You have to refill and recharge that. So here we are, just both raw dogging the pod without medication.
Yeah, I think that like, so last podcast I mentioned Victoria.
Yeah.
And like how she tried to dwarf me, literally. Yeah. So I do got to shout out Lauda. One, because she was like, she's been a really good friend of mine for a long time. She also had a dad that walked out on her, just like me and you. Yeah.
Shoot.
She's also the only one in her family who deals with it with humor. Yeah, that's a tough crowd.
Did
right?
her dad have an affair with the Grim Reaper?
Yeah. He left her mom for
started a new family with the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, for death.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a nice guy. He was a really nice guy. Yeah.
Oh, you know who he was?
Not the Grim Reaper, her dad. Yeah. I don't want to meet that dude yet, the Grim Reaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But today, I'm telling you, bro, I have to tell this story. So today, me and Lauda are in the office, and she says something, and I was like kind of clowning her, and I was like, dude, I just wish you would be quiet. She goes, I wish my dad and your dad never died.
Aw.
And I was like, wait, you didn't even know my dad. That's the only response I had. I was like, why would you waste a wish on my dad? She's like, you wouldn't wish my dad never died? No, dude. I didn't. I mean, not that I don't. She's like, you wish he died, dude? And it was like this hilarious interaction with two people who clearly lost people that were significant to them.
Yeah.
Because I don't care if you're looking at this from wherever you're at. It sucks when a parent dies. So we joke
Batman
about it.
Sorry.
What'd you say?
Ask Batman.
Yeah. My parents are dead. We joke about it, right? Because it's maybe an orthodox coping mechanism for us, and this is how we heal. But dude, it sucks. And so when I have people like Lauda or like you or like Lisa who has both her parents who are still alive, It's like it's cool to like be able to be yourself, right? And so
Yeah.
the reason I was saying that is because Lauda is one of the people, not the only person. Victoria is a huge part of it, but Lauda is one of the person who like forces me to readjust. Like she's like, hey, you're not listening right now. Okay, my bad. And so it's like people like your staff that you used to have, people like my staff that I currently have. Thank you guys, because I don't have a healthy relationship with medication, so I don't do it. I don't take it. It is what it is. I mean, maybe I should, but not right now. I'm not going to right now, for sure. So yeah, I don't know. I guess looping back, it's a fully lacking moment right there. Looping back to it, yeah, ADHD's been hard for me, especially on days like today, for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I know you have your feelings about medication, and
yeah.
it may just take me working with Lisa on sneaking it into some pudding or something, you know?
Well, I think you're gonna have to figure out the rat poison, how to take that out.
Oh, because they may counteract each other.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to work on that, Lisa.
We got to talk about the rat poison story. We will talk about it today at one point. In this episode, you're going to hear it first, the Drew Sandoval rat poison story. Listen, I don't care, all right, about medication currently because I feel like it makes me a zombie. I just feel like not of Earth, like a freaking alien. Like I feel like, I don't know. I feel weird about it. I don't feel like myself. But I don't know. Alien. You believe in aliens? Did you get chills? No, you. Can we zoom in on this? Can we zoom in on this?
I have a
Who-
I have a tattoo of a UFO. Shout out to my
Stop.
real life friend X Xavier.
You stop right now for a second. You stop.
Wait, I'm not gonna be talked down to this way.
I'm not.
He called me little
I'm not
baby boy
talking-
5 times last time, and I got to stand up for myself. And this is where we're at.
I'm gonna call you Big Baby. Is that better? I'll call you Big Baby. Don't be weird about it, dude. Listen, you aren't gonna project away from the fact that you tattooed as a grown adult a UFO on your arm, bro.
Are we tattoo shaming right now?
Yes. Yes. A fucking UFO, bro? On your arm, dude? What?
Would you preferred it on my lower back?
Well, I don't know if there's enough, residential area with all that hair on there. By the way, this guy, a shocking amount of hair in his ass area. Why do I know? Because he always bends down and sets this up right in front of me, dude. Anyways, okay. I'm not going to ass shame you or tattoo shame you.
Yeah, about 5 minutes too late for that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Listen. Why? Why did you get an alien? Why did you get a UFO? Just tell me. Tell me why.
I'm gonna have a slight detour and then come right back around, because what this
Like an
reminds
alien?
me, yeah, like a saucer.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good. Hey.
Anyways.
So slight detour. In 4th grade, I was obsessed with aliens and extraterrestrial and the wonders of the world. Spent all the time in the library doing that, and I was also in love with the X-Files. And within the X-Files, there was 2 agents. There was Agent Mulder and Agent Scully, and Agent Mulder was the guy. I got permission from my 4th grade teacher, Miss Avery, to write my name as Agent Mulder on all of my 4th grade assignments. So when you're asking me, Anthony, why do you have a UFO on your arm? This is representative of that part of my childhood. And to a larger degree, I mean, aliens are more in the mainstream these days. And I'm still very interested in non-humans. Not in that way. I know you're probably going to take it there.
No, I'm not
Okay.
going to. Listen. I'm perplexed.
Yeah.
I want you to know why.
Okay.
Don't make fun of my vocabulary. It's big. God, big. I speak big.
Big words.
I talk good words.
Me got big words.
Listen, this is why I'm a bit discombobulated with your situation here. It's a bit adolescent. It's a bit sci-fi nerd, which is fine. But you don't project that to anyone. Like, I couldn't imagine you at a bar. Like, you want to see my ink, girl? Boom.
That's just, I mean, one.
You make it like,
one.
Who's going to get probed tonight? Like, you know what I mean?
You're stupid.
You know what I mean?
You're
Is that
stupid.
a pickup line?
One, I'm out of the game. Shout out to my girlfriend. I'm off the streets, okay?
Dude, listen.
Two, you clearly have been out of the streets because who does that?
Ooh.
That noise, the flex. Look at my ink. Like, who does any
You didn't
of
think
that?
that was good?
No, that's not.
That's how I got producer Lisa.
Hey, producer Lisa, what line did Drew use to pick you up, or what charm did you see in him?
I was 18 years old.
She was not 18.
Yes,
Hold on.
Yes, I was.
You were 16 when I met you.
Yeah, but I didn't like you then.
I know. You were 21 years old when we got together. Are you drunk? Or are you thinking of the wrong boyfriend?
Probably the wrong boyfriend.
Anyways, when you were 21, that's when it happened.
I think her larger point is she was young and
Wait,
confused.
21? How old are you now? Dang, we've been together 12 years this year? It's time to, dude, it's time to stop. We got to turn it off. We got to separate. 12 years, bro? That's like half my life.
Where were we at?
Okay, anyways, I don't know.
Oh, tattoos. You were tattoo shaming me. Look.
I wasn't tattoo shaming you.
You clearly dedicated.
I was mind boggled at the decision that you made.
You described it as adolescent, which I'm noticing is a theme the past few podcasts.
Is that okay, though? Is that okay to say that?
I think.
Do you take it offensively? Should I say youthful?
I think in the context of the little baby comments last time.
I said, I called you big baby. You're a big baby. We're a big baby. Look at her, big baby.
I'm afraid that if I light a match in here, it's going to explode because of all the gaslighting.
Look at the big baby. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know why this comes to mind when I look at you. You have an adorable face.
I think there is...
And you're youthful with your little cartoon tattoo, bro.
I think there is an adolescent aspect
and it's fine.
To my personality.
It's fine.
My trauma occurred.
You work with children. You gotta be,
gotta be fun. Gotta be playful.
And you have to be able to relate with them in one way or another.
My inner child.
Correct. And no way am I taking away your experience of being Agent Scully or whatever.
You're gonna hurt your legs backpedaling so hard.
Oh no. You want me to double down here? Dude, the tattoo's wild.
Old Tour de France. Backwards. Old reverse Tour de France over here.
One testicle have an ass.
Old Lance.
That's him. Yeah.
Lance Ponce Strong.
Lance. Is it Lance Armstrong?
Yeah.
Ponce Strong. That's wild. My Ponce is strong, dude. It's a nice Ponce, bro. Yeah, no, one night over a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I too dabbled in the alien talk. Shout out to Joe Rogan for that one. I woke up producer Lisa at like 3:30 in the morning and I was like, dude, the pyramids, bro? And I was like, the Sphinx has erosion around it that dates back 100 years that we can't even calculate. How? That had nothing to do with historians. That was because people who specialize in erosion were like, nah, B, this has been here much longer than any of you guys are saying. And everybody was like, it's okay. No, we don't want to listen to that.
I believe in aliens.
Yeah.
Do you believe in aliens?
I believe in that if we were the only people in this infinite galaxy, it would be an absolute mind-blowing situation for me. So I believe that there's something else. Lil Dicky said in one of his songs, why couldn't this have just been a side project for God? Like Earth. You know what I mean? It's too much. There's too much out there. There's too much unknown out there. So, yeah, I believe there's something else, for sure. I'm not going to say, it's the beep, boop, fuck, thumb, and, they're green, and they're long, and they're, weird. Nah, I don't believe that at all. They probably look just like us. Probably doing a podcast called The Lacking Fully. I don't know.
If you got abducted, what would you tell the aliens?
Please don't probe me.
It's
That's fair, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would ask them to talk to me first. Like, what do you have to say? You brought me here. What do you mean? You tell me what you have to,
Gotta love how you manipulate the aliens.
Come
First
on,
thing,
dude.
gotta teach them human
Come
ways.
on, dude. Why are you here? You picked me up, dog. What do you mean? Take me home. Put me on the do not freaking abduct list. I don't want to be here anymore.
They do not abduct us. That's funny.
It was good. But okay, so I don't want to talk about this anymore. Aliens are cool. They kind of freak me out though. Your tattoo is super humorous. You know who got tattooed this weekend though? I'm serious, dude. I know it sounds weird. You know who got tattooed this weekend?
Who?
Justin Gaethje. In the last second of that BMF bout, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a street fight, and if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you missed one of the most incredible UFC cards there's ever been. UFC 300 was insane. You were with me right before you and Bethlehem left. Because Bethlehem fell asleep, or not fell asleep, but she was getting a little sleepy.
She was.
You had sleepy Joe eyes too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, side note, sorry. Contu was like, dude, the good part about having a lazy eye so I could see all of you, he got that from the first podcast that you said to me.
Yeah.
He thought it was gold.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's like, he can appreciate that.
He was like, oh, that guy said he had a wandering eye so I could see all of you. I was like, all right, man, that's cool.
Shout out to ConTube, everyone else that we were watching with, for making it an entertaining experience. You for hosting. I'm still learning more and more about UFC, but that was a hell of a fight.
Yeah, listen. So I want to get into it a little bit, right? UFC has grown substantially, right? Obviously, what Dana White and his team have done with that organization is mind-boggling. I mean, they used to have no weight classes. They didn't have gloves. You could headbutt. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of stuff. And so to see what they've become now, like they're one of the biggest partners with ESPN. You know what I mean? Like they do Fox. Like they're on primetime television, and it's octagon fighting. It's cage fighting. I obviously know that it's mixed martial arts, and it's a lot more than just two dudes getting in there and trying to, take each other's head off. But that BMF bout, Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje were literally trying to take each other's heads off. And not only was that like an obviously like record-breaking crowd, it was a record-breaking event, but the bonuses the fighters got were record-breaking. It was UFC 300. So Dana White gave everybody who got a bonus $300,000. Max Holloway got performance of the night and knockout of the night. That boy took home $600,000 on top of his purse. Justin Gaethje took home $300,000 on top of his purse. There was just so many great things about that card. And I could talk about it for days. You heard me screaming at that TV.
Yeah.
You and Bethlehem left at like 10:30 maybe. I didn't go. I was still on that couch till like 2-3:30 in the morning. Like watching.
You're hype.
I was watching the pressers. Like I just like it was crazy. It was an amazing event. It was super cool.
You want to know an interesting core memory?
Yeah.
That I have related to UFC?
Yes, please.
You talked about when UFC used to have no weight classes.
Uh-huh.
I remember that because I would go with my dad to the local Smith's grocery store, and they'd have the video back in the days when grocery stores had video sections.
Yeah.
And we'd go, and it would have the logo with like the strong man in the world. And it was like Ken Shamrock, facing whoever, and Royce Gracie. Those guys. Like, I remember doing that, and it's just like, my dad liked boxing too. So like, it's just important to me, but it was super fun. It's enjoyable just being part of watch parties like that. Yeah. And I mean, that wasn't the only like fun fight. I mean, there was several fun fights on that card. Yes. What was the next one that stood out to you?
The Wei Li fight. So the co-main event were two incredible Chinese fighters, and they were both women, and both amazing in their own rights. I mean, their country had to have been going crazy. They said in the press conference that over 30 billion clicks happened on UFC 300 in that past week. Like 30 billion clicks, bro.
Pitting on for the country, man.
That's insane. I mean, it's just like, it's crazy. Like, we had a couple thousand clicks for our podcast and we were hype.
Yeah.
Could you imagine we got 30 billion, bro? It's just, look, all I know is like the events are just incredible. I mean, Conor McGregor's coming back June 29th. He's fighting Michael Chandler. They're fighting at 170. I wouldn't have known that unless I was watching that press conference because Dana White announced it. He got slid a paper like Chalino did when he was about to get assassinated in Mexico. Chalino's like he's a Mexican singer.
That's the one where he's like his last song. That's a
they,
super depressing.
They literally
meme video.
told him not to sing that song.
Yeah.
They said, "Don't sing this song, or we're gonna kill you." Chalino said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
Wiped his sweat, fixed his hat, and went to town, bro.
Loyal to the culture.
And so Dana, obviously anticlimactic compared to that story, was slid a letter, and he's like, "This is the first time this ever happened." And then he read the fights, and Dustin Poirier is gonna fight Islam Makhachev, or however you say his name, in June, and then also Conor McGregor is gonna be fighting Michael Chandler. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, in me personally, that stuff is entertaining to me. Like, your memories with your dad for that was cool. It's funny because mine, Bill Goldberg, WCW. Like, my dad was obsessed with Bill Goldberg. I learned how to tackle in football. I think I played football because of Bill Goldberg and his influence on my father.
That's crazy.
Because the spear was like the most electrifying move in sports entertainment at the time. Obviously, then it was The Rock, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so that Bill Goldberg was like our thing. I do want to mention one thing before we move on. Okay. Alex Pereira, Jamal Hill. They were the main event for the light heavyweight championship of the world, right? Jamal Hill was ended, within the first round by a nasty left, because Alex Pereira's left is like disgusting. You go back about a minute and a half, we'll say 3 minutes, to before that fight started and Jamal Hill walked out. He walked out to "Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy back up in this thing already. What's happening? Back from surgery and now," because he got ACL surgery, right? Listen, Drake bet on that fight. He bet against Jamal Hill though.
Oh.
He bet on Alex Pereira.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because the guy he bet against walked out to his song. Drake's making some weird moves these days anyways.
I mean, isn't there like a Drake curse when it comes to sports?
Yeah, but I think the Chiefs broke it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this year.
I'm not sure.
Drake's he's on a weird level right now. I mean, did you hear it?
The diss track?
Did you hear it?
Yeah, and you still convinced it's AI? And it's pretty confirmed at this point.
Listen, it's just weird that he didn't release it. He released Charged Up, and then he released Back to Back. Why didn't he release this song officially?
I think in
But
the
you
age of
understand
AI,
what I'm saying, right?
In the age of AI, you need to be releasing yourself officially.
Yeah.
'Cause I would feel pretty offended if I dropped something, and we'll get into my thoughts on the diss track, but regardless, if I'm an artist and I drop something and someone says, "Oh, that's AI," I'm going to be offended because an AI can't do what I'm doing if I'm on that level. And there's all the ambiguity of, oh, did he really do it or whatever? Like, AI is messing up this rap battle beef a little bit.
Yeah, well, because you don't know, the Kendrick one was definitely AI for sure.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me to know because Drake he's very subliminally direct. Even in Charged Up and Back to Back, right? He never said Meek Mill.
Yeah, it's fair.
Right? In this one, he said, "Metro, shut your bitch ass up and make some drums."
Yeah.
What, bro?
Yeah.
Could you imagine? He's like, "I didn't even do anything, dude."
He got 2 bars and he's only name and drop and he's a producer. Like,
It's weird. That's the only thing that was hard for me. But at the same time, like, it's kind of Drake-esque. The way he rapped, the way he did it. I mean, his cadence is Drake.
yeah.
I don't think the beat choice is Drake.
It is kind of a more hip-hoppy,
It's more of
old
like,
school hip-hop beat,
yes,
right? Like
yes.
boom bap shit.
I just don't think that he's there. I also don't think, like I said, I could be wrong, right?
Yeah.
But I study the greats, bro. I study them. Jay-Z, J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, Nas, Lupe.
Wait, sorry.
Mac Miller.
Slow down. Did you slip J. Cole in there?
Yeah.
We got to take him off the table.
Nah, he's a great.
No, but I
He's
mean,
great.
it is. I think Drake has to appease his popular fan base.
Yeah, yeah.
And he had the catchy hook, drop and give me 50, which is a bar within itself. I'll explain that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But he had the boom bap beat, and he's getting a lot of positive reception on it.
Uh-huh.
I think that I was just listening and have been reading about the drop and give me 50. Like Top says drop and give me 50. Because it's like, one, like he's your boss. He's telling you what to do and giving push-ups. 2, splits when it comes to publishing.
Yeah, so he's like, drop and give me 50.
Drop your music and give me 50%.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fire.
Yeah, I don't know. Drake doesn't miss. I said this in a couple last podcasts when we were talking about this. Even if Drake loses, he wins. He's always going to make the catchier music. He's a better... Artistry is hard to say he's better at it than Kendrick because Kendrick is an incredible artist. But he appeals to the masses better. Maybe I'll say that, right? I think arguably he appeals more than J. Cole at times too. But I think it's 50-50 for them. Like J. Cole hits it out of the park sometimes, so does Drake. The one thing about the diss record that he put out, Drop and Give Me 50, was that he said J. Cole's name in it. He said, I don't care what J. Cole said about your whatever, it's trash or something.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me to imagine that. I don't know. Listen, Drake hasn't denied it. So
he subliminally kind of hinted at it in his IG post, which is very on brand for Drake. And kind of, I don't know. I wish it seems very influencer of him to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but there's also things like I love Joe Budden. A lot of people don't like him.
Oh, for sure.
Joe Budden's, I think he's brutally honest. I don't care. People can call him whatever you want. They're like, oh, but like I don't know how many L's he's actually taken, right? He said that both camps have nukes just in the chamber.
Second round, baby.
And so, there has to be Kendrick, he has to do something. Or else this is going to fizzle out.
He's on the clock. I think after Saturday, I'm going to be looking at the watch a little suspiciously. Like, where are we at?
Kendrick is kind of cut from this cloth, too. I mean, he's built his mound off the fact that he was a lyricist, that he's an MC. He was found by Eminem and signed, and Eminem is the rap god. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't ever listen to Eminem in the club. I don't care. No one can out-rap Eminem, period. I will say that a billion times. Eminem can't be out-rapped? No. That man rhymes words that you don't even think of. Rapping. We're talking about technical skills. Rapping. No one out-raps Eminem, period.
I don't know. I can agree with that rapping. I think there's many people on his level, for sure. Royce, the 5'9", Black Thought, your boy Joyner.
Listen, they're good. They're very incredibly good. I just think Eminem's a different breed, bro.
He lacks replay value.
Well, he hasn't always. He started when he got sober. He started lacking replay value when he got sober.
I don't know. Even
in
the
the
favorites,
2000s,
even the
Eminem
favorites. Do you go back and listen to My Name Is?
I have. But can we visit? Can I tell you something? Can we talk about this? Do you know how many times we heard that song?
Okay, that was a bad example.
Yeah, I know, because there's not a way to say, so you don't go back and play it? Yeah, because I played it an unaccountable amount of times.
Fair.
That song was everywhere. Dude, Eminem was everywhere. Think about that. Like, think about Toy Soldiers. Think about
Fire song.
Closet. Think about the one that he did with Dre when they were dressed up as superheroes.
That's a really good point.
Like, dude, he was beyond impactful. Eminem's replay value is only gone because we've played it more than we can count. He's like the all-time selling artist ever. He's sold more than anyone. Like, Drake's going after Michael Jackson and the Beatles.
Yeah.
It's a little different, Eminem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and listen, I'm not in any way saying that Eminem's better than artistry wise as anybody now. I'm just saying that Eminem literally did a superhero landing on hip hop and created so many different lanes. I mean, so many different lanes, you know?
He took over the game, took over the charts,
Yeah.
and I think what it reminds me of, in a completely fully lacking way,
Yeah.
is I was reading about how in California they're raising the minimum wage, and so they're having to shift a lot of things over to technology.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
how
God.
artificial intelligence is gonna have to be a bigger part.
Bro,
Like, did you watch iRobot? Right?
ask producer Lisa if I tell my Alexa or my Google thank you after every request. Do I say please after every... Do I say please and do I say thank you to Google or Alexa every time I talk to them?
Every single time.
It doesn't matter. Do you know why?
Because they're going to turn on you.
Correct. And they're going to be like, wait, that's the guy that was super polite. Yeah, he is. That's me. Dude, this is my biggest takeaway from AI taking over. Shout out to my brother AI. You feel me? This is my biggest takeaway from that. It is... It's unavoidable. What does Thanos say? I am inevitable, right? It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Is it freaky, dude? Yeah, a little bit. What if it turns on me and my microwave freaking eats producer Lisa? It's not going to eat me. I was very nice to it, right? I say thank you to everything that talks back.
You know, with that lens, I'm not safe. Because my car, can talk to it using Google. And so it's like, hey, Google. So like it pops up, and sometimes it pops up when I don't want it to. And then me and my son were like, go away, Google. And then she's like, okay. And then she turns off. But I think she's just holding resentment. It's a female voice. I'm not trying to, get in any trouble. It's a female voice talking back. So, but she's just waiting for the day that she just crashes my car. And then it's super ironic because of all my trauma,
Look. Hey, Siri. Play the Fully Lacking podcast on Spotify, please.
Okay. Playing Cheese Nips and Dead Dads from the Fully Lacking podcast.
Forgot we named it that.
Thank you.
No problem.
Just how we used to pretend. Listen, this is forever something I do. I know it's going to happen. You've been to McDonald's lately that's taken over by robots, bro? You pay in the dining room and you wait? I think that what computers do is they take out empathy and they take out all that stuff. But they also take out human error.
No.
I do.
Who designs those?
I think AI is designed and then grows by itself. Okay. Me and producer Lisa have acquired a new pet for Donatello, right?
Yeah.
And I teach this new pet X. It then takes the information from X, but also acquires the next, right? So it's the same with Donatello. Like we taught him to use the bathroom. We then taught him how to wipe his butt. We taught him how to do all these things. He now knows that if his butt isn't wiped enough, he's going to have to go back in or he's going to take a shower. Or we taught him how to use a fork, but now he knows that he can take that fork and stab you with it, right?
Yeah.
That's advancing by itself. AI is times a million, I think. That's my thing, right? Parenting, owning a pet, hard. Imagine us taking human error out of that. There's no response. It's just like, I will do this.
The next logical step is taking the human out of it. And that's when they kill us.
Correct?
Hey, but speaking...
He's talking about AI, not our pets or kids.
Oh, well, maybe.
Yeah. Speaking of what?
Speaking of pooping.
Yeah.
I have a question.
All right.
What is your GPR?
GPR.
Your ghost poop ratio.
Ghost poop. Listen. 40%.
40%?
30%.
30%?
Yeah.
Like ghost poops?
Mm-hmm. Yours?
I've been batting a high like
I
70%.
call them ghost wipes, not ghost poops.
I think they both work.
Okay, yeah. You 70?
Yeah.
Maybe you're just not wiping your butt, dude. Maybe that's not hair. Maybe that's just dried poop.
Just little strands.
It's just
You know that smell you were wondering about in your house? It's just me.
It's just you because you pooped. He's like, oh, it's a ghost wipe, dude. I can see it's not.
It's supposed to be a sign of good health.
Sometimes producer Lisa would come out and be like, ghost wipe. And she just walks away. I'm like, listen, I don't understand the couples who like are in the bathroom brushing their teeth while their partner's pooping. Bro, grow up, dude. Go to your another bathroom. What do you live in a box? Drives me nuts when people do that. Like showering, like if Lisa's showering, I'll brush my teeth. Yeah. But she also showers in lava, so I can't breathe for more than 30 seconds, right? Pooping, bro? Nah. We still do the awkward, I'm out of toilet paper, open the door, turn away and throw it and just hope it gets to us. Like, is that weird? I don't care. I just am a very big fan of my privacy when it comes to restroom visits. Wow, we really went off on a tangent there.
I really just wanted to introduce the idea of ghost poops into this podcast. So
It's okay.
I'll take accountability.
Well, if I can get a yawn counter, we can do you a ghost poop counter.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, like we'll dally it up at the end of every week.
Yeah, you had mentioned you got the new pet.
Yeah, I did. Got a new pet for Donatello. Listen, it's a challenge. There's a couple challenging parts to it. One, potty training a new pet, never easy, right? Two, the size of the pet sneaks out of everything. But three, the frustration on producer Lisa's face when I get home after being fully frustrated all day and having to jump in because she's frustrated. It's like having a child, but the child is a pet. It's tough. No one prepared us for this. Also, this household, our household is allergic to everything. So this pet had to be a very specific pet. If you can guess what the pet is, put it in the comments. You guys are deep into this episode right now. So if you're still listening and you get it right, we're going to give away a $100 gift card. $100 gift card.
Yeah, to Radio Shack.
To Radio Shack. We're going to give a $100 gift card away to CC's Pizza.
Circuit City.
Circuit City. Bios.
What? What's that one?
Bios is up north. It might actually still be open. So
Is that the electronics store in Albuquerque? Is that the big building?
We're going to give one. We're going to give a $1 gift certificate away to Audio Express. Home of the $1 install.
See, I was close enough up north to get these references.
Yeah. So. Dude, that home of the $1 install. That is hilarious. Oh, look, it was my bedtime alarm.
What's the name of that attorney? Ron
Bell?
Ron Bell?
Ron Bell, is that who it is? If you're going through hell, call Bell. What, dude?
Him along with Al Hurricane or Mexico legends, bro.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Al Hurricane Jr. might have died too. I hope if you are dead, dude, my bad. If you're not dead, I mean, my bad.
Your time is coming, though.
Chill out. Whoa. I want to tell a story. So we were talking about this earlier, like my rat poison story, right?
Yeah.
So my family, right? Growing up, maybe one day we'll like get into like full trauma dumps of like our upbringings and stuff like that. But like my family was very different for sure, right? My mom, hard. I was fighting a yawn. I wasn't crying. My dad, left, but while he was here, he was just like a functioning alcoholic. Loved the guy to death. Drank like a freaking whatever, drinks a lot. And then obviously I had two sisters. And then once I got into high school, I had an adopted brother. Shout out to Joe. It's my guy. But I was a child for this story. I was like 5, 6 maybe. And I was in my bathroom. I think I was like brushing teeth before bed. And I dropped something. And it caused me to bend down and pick it up. When I bent down and pick it up, for some reason, I was like, dude, just open under the sink. Open under there. See what's down there. All right. So I did. And down under my sink was a very appealing looking black box. Right? I was like, I've never seen that black box before. Maybe it's a toy. Maybe I just left a toy down there and I didn't even know about it. So I pull out the black box. It's about this big, right? This thick. Pull it out, open it. And have you ever seen Pulp Fiction? Like when they open the briefcase and it's like the shining gold?
Yeah.
So mine was shining blue. So I was like, dang, my dad must have stashed this candy under this sink. Right? This is a big box of blue candy.
Oh, goodness.
So I take me a little chunk out of that and I start chewing on it. I start eating it, bro. I ate the chunk like this big. I was like, I mean, it was horrible candy. It was trash. It was the worst candy I'd ever eaten. I put it down. I put it in another sink. I like put my toothbrush in a little cup holder. We had 3. And I go to tell my parents goodnight. I'm like, hey, man, the candy went bad under the sink. My dad's like, what do you mean? What candy? I don't know, the blue box. But I'm 6, right? So I'm probably not enunciating this well. He's like, blue box. I was like, the black blue box. Like I kept saying something like that. And I remember my mom like hit my dad. It's the rat poison, Andy. The rat poison box. My dad said, what? You ate out of that box? And I was like, yeah, you left it under the counter. Why would you hide it down there? And my dad's like, should we call the police? Should we call blah, blah, blah? He ate rat poison. And like they went and looked and they saw like the chunk I ate. My mom's like, he'll be fine. Just go to bed, drink some water. I'm okay.
Is he, though? Leave it in the comments.
I'm okay. I ate rat poison. Good chunk of it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I would try dog food.
Like with your family?
No, it was just like, me. It wasn't like a family meal. It was just me eating the dog food.
All right.
Yeah.
What was it like?
Exactly what it smells like.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh my God.
Get that reference?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you close out the podcast from now on. But I gotta say something. It triggered me today. I was with my friend Contube. Shout out to my brother. He's got a couple new albums coming out. One's out now, and one's coming out on the 24th. So Contube. It's very easy to spell. It's boot knock backwards. We were talking about how the new norm is like ghosting and like leaving people's lives, like with little to no explanation, right? Dude, don't do that. Don't be that person. I don't care how much you've done to someone or how much somebody's done to you. Like, don't be the horrible person in that equation. Like, for me, it's hard because people will get on here and say, oh, they don't deserve it, or, oh, they blah, blah. Listen, dude, like, you can't just go through life telling people they're important and saying you care about them and love them and then it being conditional. If you love somebody, make it unconditional. If you don't love them unconditionally, make it known. Because although it's healthy to have conditions for love, it's also a bit unfair to the person who doesn't, right? Lisa has had to tell me the whole time we've known each other, people won't love you the same way you love them. And I've stopped expecting that at this point in my life. But dude, I've been trampled. I mean, we've lost friends who, our kids were born practically, you know what I mean? Like, so I've learned this, dude, just don't be horrible to each other. Like, you have something that's a quarrel, like you're going through something, like there's things that people have done to you or you've done to people. 1, be accountable. 2, life is too short to lose genuine connections. And you know it's genuine because it eats at you. It tears you up. It tears you down. You can't get out of bed. You can't stop thinking about it. You can't be productive. And then it just rewinds the next day. Dude, don't waste time being mad. I hate to see wasted love like just fall to the wayside. You know what I mean?
And it is about the kind of love that, understanding other people's expression of love.
Yeah.
And, the kind of love we like to receive. Comments, like, subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms.
Socials, please.
We and y'all have been. We appreciate it. It's just we need the word of mouth out. We just need to, continue giving y'all this content. We need y'all's continued appreciation, and that'll be our relationship. We promise not to ghost you. We'll have, even if we have to have a breakup podcast, knock on wood, we're going to do that. But we're going to try to be in this for the long haul.
Long haul, baby.
But you know what it is, or maybe you don't, but it's right here. Fully Liking Podcast, baby. Peace.
Peace.